Hey, Blues Cats. There's a little video idea today, and it's called How to Get Better at Guitar. I was just having this little concept, and I just wanted to share it with everybody. So you see, like, everybody gets stuck in these ruts. Every guitarist gets stuck in these ruts. Here's the deal. So, like, I'll listen to the studio version of Texas Flood by Stevie Ray Vaughan, and I'll get into practicing and just trying to get that faster and faster and faster, and doing the same thing and doing the same thing and doing the same thing, you know. Everyone does this kind of stuff, you know, whether you like Slash or Van Halen or Jimmy Page or whatever, or Clapton, you're trying to learn Crossroads, the studio version, note for note, you know. You're just practicing the same thing and the same thing. And, you know, I think as guitarists that holds us back. And here's sort of the concept that I'm coming with. Is the key to getting better at guitar. You know, I've only been playing for 4 years. I just constantly, you know, have been playing, trying every day, keep playing. And, like, here's the deal. I get stuck in these ruts where I just do the same thing and play the same song. But I wouldn't be as good as I am today if I hadn't stopped and forgotten my limitations. And here's what I mean. Like, the way I taught myself how to play guitar is I just put on my favorite record, and I'd sit there, and whether I knew how to play it or I didn't know how to play it, I didn't know a thing about I didn't even know the pentatonic scale. I didn't know anything about guitar. I'd just sit and I'd try and pick along and sound it out. And I came up with some stuff that I miss now today, you know, because I didn't have any conceptions of theory. And I you know, lately I've been kind of trapped in that position 1, position 2, position 3, 4, you know, like the mainstays of blues guitar. As you know, I'm a blues guitarist, and you know, I get trapped in that. And the key is to push the limits, no matter what stage you're at, whether you're a beginner, an intermediate, an advanced guitarist, is to push the limits of what you can do. And a great example of a great guitarist who's an example of this is Buddy Guy. You know, if you don't know anything about Buddy Guy, go look him up. Watch Stevie Ray Vaughan and Buddy Guy live at Legends. Watch Joe Satriani and Buddy Guy Red House tour, you know, or the Experience Hendrix tour. Listen to their version of Red House together. Now here's a guy who's a traditional blues guitarist, but can stand up next to Satriani and play a lick just as fast, you know, or faster, depending on who you're talking to, who likes who. You know, music is so subjective. And I don't think Buddy Guy ever stopped and got comfortable. He never tried to master one lick. He never played, you know, like just one lick over and over again until he went, okay, I can play that perfectly, and I'll never make a mistake playing that lick. You know, he never had any, in my mind, he never had any reservations about getting up in front of people and playing something crazy that he knew for sure he couldn't play it note for note for note and never make a little squeak or a little problem. But if he had that fear, he would never play as many awesome licks as what he does. And, you know, like, next time you sit down and you play guitar, you know, turn on something that you absolutely love and play along to it. And even if you don't know how to play it, don't sit there and tab it out. Don't sit there and go online and look up the exact notes to play. Just play something crazy and try and get as close as you can to it. And do it again. And then when that song's over and you've surprised yourself by playing something, you can't really hear what you're doing perfectly because there's someone else playing too, you know, just throw on a backing track and try and play in the same style. And just stop having any reservations about what you're hearing. Stop trying to get it perfect. And you'll discover that you can do things that you never thought you could, you know? And then get into the habit of playing like that and keep playing that crazy style and not caring until you get comfortable with it, and then do it again and do it again and do it again, and never stop pushing yourself. Never sit down with a book and practice off of sheet music. Never sit down with a tab and sit there and try and learn, a song note for note for note for note until you have it perfect, because you're never going to get it perfect. You're never going to play Crossroads just like the studio album that Clapton did. You're never going to play any song perfectly just like the studio mix. You gotta stop and do your own thing every once in a while, and take those influences and turn it into something that's not quite the same but could be just as good. Like today I was trying to play some more Texas Flood. I know I have a cover out of that. I'm not super happy with it because I keep pushing the boundaries of what I can do. And someday I'll redo that song and do it crazier and faster and better, and with whatever. And that's the key, is to never be afraid, I have to have this perfect, because you'll never have it perfect. You gotta keep pushing. And that's how to be better at guitar. How to be better at anything, really. Push the limits. Never get comfortable. If I got comfortable, you wouldn't be able to just play whatever. Like, even if you don't even know the hits, if you'd never be able to play that same lick again, just sit down and just be like, whatever, It doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe stay attached to what you know, but just feel it out. Try and do it faster. That was all full of mistakes, but you keep doing that every day. Keep trying to come up with that kind of shit. Eventually, you'll be able to play like that. And then do it again. Push even farther. So that's Bluewell signing out with my thoughts on the matter. And I hope it inspires one person to go out and play something crazy and try and teach themselves it. And do it all over again. Cheers, Blues Cats.